In true Meg fashion, I tried to maximize my time between teaching yoga and comedy class and getting dinner, and went to the Lululemon outlet, which was totally worth it. I got sweatpants and a pair of comfy yoga pants for $75, but it made me have to rush and it made me a little less settled, which was silly and splurgy and probably emotion-based. So I'm gonna let myself have that. And then I'm gonna get real focused and have a great night. I'm excited to try new things tonight. I'm excited to grow and giggle and eat snacks and feel inevitably awkward. But how fun to get used to awkward, huh? I would love anyone's stories about awkward work life or hobby pursuits, because I think it's so funny that some of us seem remotely cool to other humans, and really we're just walking around overthinking like little turtles and little hares, trying to figure out what is up. I'll let you know how it goes. It was week 3 of comedy school. I am on day 2 of my period, and I'm just tired and sore and kind of like fresh out of fucks. So that's not like the best energy to drive across town with and try to be funny. I think I didn't have as much like patience today. Some people were particularly rambly today, and I just was like, found it so grating. And again, when energy doesn't align with me, it's very easy for that to be irritation. And in the past, like years ago, prime like triggered days, when that would happen in class, like in college or something, where people were just so grating on my already just like fragile and taxed nervous system, I would like lash out in ways I'm not proud of. So tonight I just sort of like felt those feelings in my body again, probably because like period, and it's just like 3 hours in a metal chair. And so I chose to have a lot of compassion with myself. A lesson I learned literally just a few months ago is that like you don't always have to show up 110. Like being me is a dream, and sometimes it's also really exhausting. And I thought that in life I always had to like be on. And it was a huge revelation, with much help from Megh and John, to acknowledge that I am just as worthy if I show up at 75% or 43 or whatever. I am enough. And so tonight I didn't overdo myself. I wasn't hard on myself. I was somewhat prepared. And I had a nice time. And that is sometimes enough. I tell people all the time when they come to yoga to like honor where their bodies are. And I know they're not going to listen to me, and they're going to do the most time and time again. But the further we get in our practice, both our yoga practice and just this life practice, the more we recognize that we are seeking the feeling of contentment, of connection, of ease. I attended a class recently and someone said we want to practice in a way today that we can come and practice again tomorrow. Like it's a long haul, steady turtle mentality. And I like that. And that means that I honor where I'm at with my energy. It's an energy budget in action, right? Tonight, a lot of my energy was going to what was going on in my body. And so it's okay that my fuse was a little bit short. It's okay that I didn't feel as comfortable or as charming or as well-spoken. I am of value when I show up at whatever percentage. And I am always making a conscious effort to show up better than I have in the past, like morally and ethically. And so that is something that I know is taking place. Even when my energy budget says like we have to pull back, I'm learning to be able to count on the fact that even when triggered, when tired, when in pain, when vulnerable, I can still move in a way that is humble and kind to myself and others. I don't need to let my pain splash back onto people. But in order to really prevent that, I have to be able to calm, to self-soothe, which means getting my nervous system to dial down, which means sometimes for people who are loud and exuberant as like a personality trait, sometimes means turning things way down. So I think that's the real takeaway from tonight. I have some good material to record, but other than that, like, it's this permission just to honor our bodies where we're at in our life, in our practice, in our aging process, in our health, in our recovery, whatever. It's to honor the fact that we don't always have to do the most. We're beings. And it's to recognize our worth and our value and our lovability and our connectedness. Those things are separate from our performance, from our achievement, from our 110% all the time. That's not an identity, that's a shield. Can we build our identity on our core values? Can we build an energy budget that supports those core values? And then can we let all these other ancillary things just be like tributaries to the river that is our soul flow? This comedy class is to let my soul flow. So I show up however I feel, so that I'm able to show up again the next week with ease and with joy. And always with giggles and so many deep breaths. Here's to you. Here's to whatever you're digging into this week. You are not alone. You are strong as fuck. And I really hope you find time for fun.